Hello, welcome back to the reading of the poem of the Man-God, written by Man-GOD-Vol3-Ch280-PtI-At, Volume 3. Chapter 281, Part 1. At the temple, they are aware of ofErmasteus, of Johnof and of Syntyche. 21st September 1945. Jesus is on his way to Bethany with the apostles and disciples, and is speaking to the disciples, whom he orders to part, so that the Judeans will go through Judea and the Galileans up Transjordan, announcing the Messiah. The instruction raises some objections. I get the impression that Transjordan did not enjoy a very good reputation among Israelites. They talk of it as if it were a pagan region, and that offends the disciples from that area, among whom the most influential is the head of the synagogue of the Clearwater, and then a young man whose name I do not know, and both vigorously defend their towns and fellow citizens. Timaeus says, "Come, my lord, to Era, and you will see how they respect you there. You will not find as much faith in Judea as there is there. Nay, I do not want to go there. Let me stay with you, and send a Judean and a Galilean to my town. They will see how they believed in you, on my word only." And the young man says, "I believed without even seeing you, and I looked for you after my mother had forgiven me. But I am happy to go back there, although that means being mocked by wicked citizens as I was once, and being reproached by good people for my behavior in the past. But it does not matter. I will preach you through my example. You are right. You will do as you said, and then I will come. And you, Timaeus, are right too. So Hermas will go with Abel of Bethlehem in Galilee to announce me at Era, while you, Timaeus, will stay with me. But I do not want such disputes. You no longer are Judeans or Galileans. You are disciples. That is enough. That name and your mission make you all equal with regard to birthplace, rank, everything. In one thing only you may differ, in holiness. That will be individual, and in the measure which each of you will be able to attain. But I would like you all to have the same measure, the perfect one. See the apostles? They were divided like you by race and other things. Now, after a little over a year of instruction, they are simply the apostles. Do the same. And as among you, priests are together with old sinners, and rich people with former beggars, and young men with old venerable people, cancel likewise divisions brought about by belonging to this or that religion. By now you have one fatherland only, heaven, because you have set off on the way to heaven each of his own free will. Never give my enemies the impression that you are hostile to one another. Sin is your enemy, nothing else. They proceed in silence for some time. Then Stephen approaches the master and says, "I have something to tell you. I was hoping that you would ask me, but you did not. Yesterday, Gamaliel spoke to me. I saw him." "Are you not asking me what he told me?" "I am waiting for you to tell me, because a good disciple has no secrets from his master." "Gamaliel, master, come a little ahead with me." "Well, let us go. But you could have spoken in the presence of everybody." They move away a few yards. Stephen, blushing, says, "I must give you a piece of advice, master. Forgive me. If it is good, I will accept it. Tell me." "It is the Sanhedrin. They know everything sooner or later. It is an institution with 1,000 eyes and 100 ramifications. They penetrate everywhere, see everything and hear everything. It has more informers than there are bricks in the walls of the temple. Many live thus. Spying, you may say so. It is the truth, and I know. So, what has been said, more or less true, at the Sanhedrin? Everything has been said. I do not know how they can find out certain things, neither do I know whether they are true. But I will tell you literally what Gamaliel told me. Tell the master to have ofErmasteus circumcised, or to send him away for good. It is not necessary to say anything else. In fact, it is not necessary to say anything else. First of all, because I am going to Bethany just for that, and I will remain there until EndorSyntyche is fit to travel again. Secondly, because no justification could demolish the prejudice and standoffishness of Gamaliel, who is scandalized because I have with me a man who is not circumcised and a member of his body. Oh, if he looked around and within himself, how many uncircumcised people in Israel. Well, Gamaliel, he is the perfect representative of old Israel. He is not wicked, but look at this pebble. I could split it, but I could not make it malleable. He is like that. He will have to be crushed in order to be recomposed, and I will do that. Do you want to oppose Gamaliel? Be careful, he is powerful. Oppose as if he were an enemy? No. Instead of fighting against him, I will love him, satisfying one of his desires for his mummified brains, and spreading on him a balm which will dissolve him to recompose him. I will pray also that that may happen, because I am fond of him. Am I wrong? No. You must love him by praying for him, and you will do that. I am sure you will. Nay, you will help me to prepare the balm. However, you will tell Gamaliel to calm him that I had already provided for EndorSyntyche, and that I am grateful to him for his advice. Here we are at Bethany. Let us stop that I may bless you all, because this is where we part. And after joining the large group of apostles mingled with disciples, he blesses and dismisses them all, with the exception of EndorSyntyche, John of Endor, and Timaeus. Then, with the disciples left, Jesus walks at a good pace the short distance to Lazarus' gate, which is already wide open to receive him. He enters the garden, raising his hand to bless the hospitable house. In the large park of which are the owners of the house and the pious women, who are laughing at Margium running along the paths adorned with the last roses. And with the owners and the women, also Joseph of Arimathea and Nicodemus come out of the path. When they hear the women shout, they also are guests of Lazarus. Joseph of Arimathea and Nicodemus come out of the path when they hear the women shout. They also are guests of Lazarus, to be in peace with the Master. And they all make haste towards the Master, Mary with her kind smile, and Mary of Magdala with her cry of love, Rabboni, and Lazarus limping, the two grave members of the Sanhedrin, and last, the pious women of Jerusalem and of Galilee, wrinkle-furrowed faces and smooth faces of young women, and as gentle as the face of an angel, the virginal face of Analia, who blushes in greeting the Master. This has been a reading from the poem of the Man-God written by Man-GOD-Vol3-Ch280-P-TI-At, Volume 3, Chapter 281, Part 1. At the temple, they are aware of EndorSyntyche, of John of Endor, and of Syntyche. Thank you for listening. I will see you tomorrow. May God bless you, and may peace be with you.